Hello friends and welcome. In this video we will make complete a responsive headphone landing page using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. In the header section on the left side we have this headphone image, and on the right side we have this text box including heading, paragraph and a nice button. On navigation on the left side we have this logo, and on the right side we have navigation, menus, social icons and a home button. When we scroll down you can see that I have added a beautiful swiper.js that we can swipe through images, and this is a cool and awesome swiper.js effect that I have included in the header part. You can also navigate from left to right through mouse, or you can also drag, and also from these dots you can select the pictures that you want. And when we scroll down below, this is another section, and in this section on the left side we have a header on the left side we have a text box, and on the right side we have this cool image. Below is another section, and on the both side we have the text, and on the center we have this image, and above this we have a heading. So when we scroll further down we have another section, and with the heading which is the market provides a huge range of headphones. And this is another a very cool section because I have added oil carousel in this section, and you can see that this is a very cool features, and you can drag between images as well as you can navigate through these images using oil carousel. When we scroll further down there is another section. On the left side we have this headphone image, and on the right side we have this text box including heading, paragraph and a nice sharp now button. When we scroll further down, and we have this form section, you can input as your name, as your email, and you can send it anywhere you want from send button. And below this form section we have this footer section. On the left logo, in center we have navigation, and on the right side we have social icon. This is nice footer, and when we scroll up to the complete website, and I have also added this smooth scroll design, and you can see that this is a smooth scroll features. When we click any of the navigation we scroll smoothly to the current section. This is the nice feature that I have added for you friends, so you can learn more from this website. Also this is complete responsive website as I have told you, and you can see that when we scroll into the responsiveness, then you can see that this website is complete responsive. Look at navigation, menus turn into a cool button icon. This is a Hamburger Menu style you can see in the latest web design. This is the dimension of a phone, and you can see that this website is complete responsive in every device as well. Above this we have Hamburger Menu. When we click this we further have this our navigation, menus, And again we have a smooth scroll effect, that whatever we click on our navigation menu, we jump into respective section. When we will see in different font designs, you can see that this is a complete responsive in every device as well. Again we click and we will check into iPhone X and iPhone 6, 7, 8. So you can see that this is a complete responsive and a beautiful website. We also check into iPad, and you can see iPad Pro as well, and different devices you can check this website, and this is complete responsive in all of the devices. So we will close this responsiveness, and again you can see that this is a cool and modern looking website that includes all the functionalities that required for the modern website design. This is our folder structure. I have added index.html file, which is the main our file. This is main.scss sass file. This is a CSS file, and that converts the Sass code into CSS code. This is our image folder and includes all the images that we use in this website. This is our JS folder and a script.js file. Okay guys, now open our text editor, and this is our all the images that I have told you. This is our CSS file, and this is our main.scss file. This is our index.html and JavaScript file. In index.html I have added the code which is bare bones, or you can say that boilerplate of a website. In this I have also included swiper, oil carousel, and font awesome CDN links. You can also Google through and use these CDN links. In main.scss file I have also added some boilerplates like media queries and the colors that we used. This is our font family, and these are the colors. In the script.js file I have also added some JavaScript code, like you can say that this is boilerplate. So this is the jQuery code CDN link that I have added in our text editor. You can see that this is a CDN link which includes both CSS and JS files. This is Viper JS CDN link, which also includes both JavaScript and CSS files. And this is the oil carousel, which also includes both JS and CSS CDN links. And in the last we have also added smooth scroll for the smooth sections, and this is font awesome that we use in this website. This is a cool library that contains all the latest fonts you can use in your website as well. So here our website starts. So we open into live server, and you can see that this is the start page of our website. Copy this, and we will set this here header starts. You can organize your codes in a neat and clean way. This is the basic formula to start your coding, and that you can start your codes in a neatly and cleanly way. We will use header with the class of header and id of home, and in this header we use header navigation and div with the class of a row, and we will use nav with the class of nav and links tag with the class of logo. Below links tag we will use ul for the navigation list, ul with the class of nav list, and I have added js nav list for responsiveness, and in this we have li and a tag, link tag which corresponds to the navigation menus. Copy these link tags and further paste for other menus. We have home, product, features, menus, and further we have a design section, and in the last we have footer and form section. And this is the link tag we will use for our social icons. This is our social icon search that we came through from Font Awesome website. Below this we have user icon and a search icon that we will use in navigation menus. And this is the button that we use in navigation, and below this we have icon which is icon menu. This is our hamburger menu that we use for the navigation purposes. This also comes from Font Awesome icon, which is a cool website for icons. So this is the HTML code for our navigation. When we open into the live server, you can see into browser that this is our navigation menu. You can see that I have copied the code for structure the website so that we can easily navigate through our code. This is the row class which has max width of 114, rem and margin 0 and auto to center our content within our website. I have also included media queries which is a good way from start so that when we build our website we can quickly correspond to its responsiveness. This is our media queries that we use different values for responsiveness, smallest, small, large and largest values for different screen sizes. For the row we have BP large and medium, small and smallest. Responsiveness corresponds to the different screen sizes. For the large size we have max width of 100 rem. For the medium we have max width for the 80 rem. For the small we have max width of 55 rem, and the smallest we have max width of 50 rem. And I have used rem units which is commonly used for the latest web design, and 1 rem is equal to 16 pixel, but I have converted into 1 rem equals 10 pixels here. And in the basic styling we have an ordered list with the list style of none, and links which have a text decoration of none, and I have used color for the color gray dark. For the images that has max width of 100%, and they have a height of auto. So we will use media queries for also images for the screen width that corresponds to the small screen sizes. For the small screen sizes we have max width of 60% and height of auto for the images. We have also added all the headings in basic stylings and gave them color of the color dark. This is the code for basic styling that we select all before and after pseudo elements and pseudo classes. Margin set to 0, padding set to 0, and box sizing set to inherit. And for the HTML we have font size 62.5%, which means that 1 rem is equal to 10 pixel. Okay, and this can be very helpful for us to calculate our sizes of the content. We have set the box sizing to border box. And we have also added media queries in HTML as well for the fonts for larger, medium, small and smallest screen sizes. For the large screen size we have font size of 56.25%, which is equal to 9 pixel. Copy this code and paste into medium, small and smallest. For the medium we have font size of 50%, which is 8 pixel, and for the small screen size we have font size of 43.75%, which is 7 pixel, and for the smallest screen size we have font size of 37.5%, which is equal to 6 pixel. Below this a body tag, and for the body we have font family is $font primary, and font primary is what is that I have included Poppins sans serif font from Font Awesome website. We have a font weight of 400. We have a color for the body is color gray dark, and line height of 1.6. So this is the design, the navigation menus in our website. We will style this navigation in main.scss file. We will select class with the name of header, and below this we have navigation, and we can see that we have header, navigation, nav. Below this we have a class with the name of nav. We have a logo, we have nav list, we have nav item and nav link, and a logo class, nav class with a list, and we have a nav list, we have a nav item and nav link. These are all the classes of our nav. For the nav we have padding, 2rem and 0. We can display it into flex. So you can see this is the output of our file. We further set this align items into center and justify content also center, but we can see that this is not justify center. We can say that you can justify content into space between and the index into 1 for the list, and we select this all list items but not like last child. For the list items we have margin right of 2rem and margin bottom of 1rem. And for the items display in line, we will also use media queries. The media only screen and max width of small screen sizes. We have display into block and text align into center for the item class. And we will also use media queries for nav list class, and in this for small size we will display it into none, so that when we minimize the screen size, then the navigation turns into display none and Hamburger Menu display block. And when we hover the links, then the color should be dark. You can see it into output file. And we have also added transition all 0.2 second. This is our Hamburger Menu, and this is a class of icon menu. So we will select this class with icon and menu. So font size for the Hamburger Menu we have 2rem font size and display. Initially we will display it into none, and when we minimize the screen size, lower the screen size, then it will display into block. So apply media queries for Hamburger Menu for the small screen sizes, and then we set its Hamburger Menu display into block. For the logo we have font size of 3rem and font weight of 700, and also text transform to the uppercase. So this is our logo and this is our button. For styling of a button, we can further scroll down and select this button class, which is this nav link button dark btn dark class. We will select this class for styling of our button. For the button we set display in line block, and for the dark mode we set padding 0.5 rem, top and bottom 2 rem, left and right. We will set background color dark, and color for the text is color light, and font size is 1.5 rem, which is equal to 15 pixel, and set border into 1 pixel solid and color black. So this is our button, but there is issue regarding its color, and when we hover this, and for hovering we have background of color light, and set its font color into color dark, and transition of all 0.2 second. We have also border of 1 pixel solid and color black. So when we hover our button, this is nice effect, you can see. So here we will also structure our code nicely, so we can recognize in the future when we have to change something in our code. So icon starts here and icon ends here. And here our navigation starts. We can also structure this navigation code, and this is our output file. When we check it for the responsiveness, set it into 100% for the screen sizes, and when we change into smaller screen size, then you can see that this navigation menu hides and turns into hamburger menu. For the responsiveness, we'll do some code in script.js file. We will use jQuery codes for responsiveness. So this is our code. We use js dash menu class for the class of our hamburger menu, and when we click, then a function runs, and in the function we have a variable with the name of nav and a money sign, and we will select this ul which has a class name of js nav list, and for the nav dot slide toggle to toggle between navigation and hamburger menu. So again we will check this navigation. So when we click, and you can see that the navigation is toggle between navigation and hamburger menu. So we will fix this error that our hamburger menu also comes down with the navigation. So here this justify content align item center, we will change this property for the smallest screen sizes. So at media on the screen and max width of smaller screen sizes, which is $bp small, align items into flex start. So again we will check. Now the problem is fixed and our hamburger menu is stick to the top. Back to our script.js file, and you can see that this is js menu, which is our hamburger menu class. js dash dash menu. This is our hamburger button class, and for the js nav list, this is our ul class, which is unordered list class. And we have slide toggle both of these. Again, we will write variable icon and select this icon, hamburger icon, and we will also use if else classes for the icons. If icon has class of fa-bars, that class comes from font awesome icons, then icon dot add class fa times. Okay, and otherwise icon dot remove class fa bars. It means that whenever the hamburger icon has a class of bars, then it removes that class and add it fa times, which is cross icon, close icon. And whenever this close icon has a class of fa times, and it will remove fa times and it will set into fa bars class. So we will check this into browser, and you can see that whenever we will click, then both the classes change simultaneously. We will further scroll into smaller screen sizes, and you can see that there is an issue with our navigation. When we resize the window, the navigation menu disappears. To fix this issue, we will use window.onResize, then a function so this is our JavaScript jQuery code for responsiveness of the navigation. So for the resizing of windows, we use if else statement. So if money sign this dot window is greater than 600 pixel, then nav list, which is unordered our list dot css. So change our css property to our list, which is a display inline block. So whenever our window is greater than 600 pixel, then the display of our list is inline block. Else that money sign dot nav underscore underscore list dot css and displaying to none. So when screen size of our window is less than 600 pixel, then the nav list will display it into none position. So again we check that, and you can see that whenever our window is greater than 600 pixels, then the list, which is nav list, appears, and below 600 pixel it disappears. Okay, so check this when we will hit into the 600 pixel and you can refresh the web page, so other change may take place. Below 600 it disappears and above 600 it appears again. And back to our index.html file, and in the last we further develop our header content. For the header content we will take div with the class of row and div with the class of header content flex, and in header content flex we have a div with the class of header content photo, and in the flex we have two items which are flex item, header content photo and header content text. In header content photo class we have image with the class of header content photo image. For the source we have image slash headphone1.png, and we can alt it into headphone. So whenever there is issue loading our image, then the headphone 1 will be displayed on the website. And for the header content text we have h1 with the class of heading primary, which is surface headphones. Below this heading we have paragraph with the class of header content text para, and this is our paragraph that we will use in this header content. Below header content text para we have header content text price, which is $189.99. so this is the price. And below price we have a button with the class of btn dark shop now, and you can see in our output file that we have image and a text box. So our HTML structure for the header design, including navigation, image and text box, is final. Again, main.scss file we have header with the class of content, and for the header content we have header navigation, header content and header content flex, header content photo class and header content text, which is our header content photo image and header content photo text class in our HTML structure. This is our header content text class, and further we have para and a price class. For the header content flex we can display it into flex, so we can push items on left and right side of our website. So this is our output file. You can see for displaying flex we have a height of 55 viewport height, align items into center. We will also use media queries for the smallest screen sizes, and for the smallest screen size we have flex direction column and justify content into center. Same for the content, we will also use media queries for the smallest screen sizes, and in small screen sizes we have a margin top of 10 rem, so can it is easily stacked to the top. For the flex photo we have flex of 50%, so it covers half of the flex area, so that half can be covered by the text box. For the media queries on small screen sizes we have order of 1, so that when we display on small screen the photo appears on top of text. We have a margin bottom of 10 rem, and for the image we will display it into block. And for the text we have padding, which is 2 viewport height and 5 viewport width, and translate x-axis into -10 rem, so that our text slightly near to our picture. We will also add media queries for the text and image as well, and for the media queries of medium screen sizes we can transform into x-axis back to 0. And for para class we have a font size of 1.4 rem and margin bottom of 2 rem. We have a margin top as well as 2 rem, and for the price we have font size of 1.6 rem and color is color dark and margin bottom 2 rem. So here is our output file, and a nice heading, paragraph and button, but we will change the font size of our heading primary. So again for the heading primary we use heading primary class that used in our HTML structure. For the heading primary we have font size of 6 rem and font weight of 700. We have line height of 1, and you can see that this is cool heading. And when we check this website for the responsiveness, and then for the smaller screen it's spam into one another. So we will scroll left and right to see the responsiveness of our header section. For the larger screen it's flex into vertical direction, and for smaller screen it flex into horizontal direction. So here our header ends, and for swiper that I have told you that I have included swiper.js in our header. For the swipers we will use div with the class of row, div with the class of swiper container, and in swiper container we have div with the class of swiper wrapper and div with the class of swiper slide. Below this we have image with the class of headphone and source, which is equal to image/headphone11.png. alt attribute which is headphone 11. We will copy this div tag and paste for different images that we will use in our swiper JS. And we will change the name of our images that we use in this swiper, and all the div tags and all the images tag and all the alt attributes we will change one by one. This is headphone 11, 12, 4, 5 and different headphone names of images that we have saved in our folder. And for the last image we have headphone 12.png. We will also add two more images with the name of headphone 13 and headphone 14.png. So you can see this is our output file, and we can fix this issue using our main.scss and script.js file while coding swiper.js. These are all the images that comes from our index.html structure. For adding pagination and navigation icons, we will use div with the class of swiper pagination, and for navigation we will also use div with the class of swiper button previous for the previous button, and for the next button we will use div with the class of swiper button next. These are two buttons, previous and next, and a swiper pagination. You can see that this is left and right navigation buttons. Back to our main.scss file, and here we will write all the codes for swiper.js to work. Again we will structure our code and write here swiper.js, that here swiper.js starts. We have a div with the class of swiper container. You can see that here in our index.html we have a swiper slide class, and also we have headphone class for the images. In swiper containers we have a width of 100%. We have a padding top of 5 rem. We have padding bottom of 5 rem. We have also margin top of 3 rem. And swiper slide, we will set background position into center. We will set background size cover, width of 3 rem and height of 3 rem as well. For the headphone class that we have given to the images, we have a max width of 100% and height R2 for the images. So this is our output file, and you can see that both our navigation buttons and images. And below this headphone we have also more tags that we'll use further in main.scss file, but first we will write some code into our script.js file. We will set a folder and structure for swiper.js, and this structure is very important to write our code for future as well. We will select a variable with the name of swiper, which is equal to new swiper, and a swiper container class that we have set in index.html file. We have all this jQuery code for swiper.js, which is also available on swiper.js GitHub file, and that I have shown you previously. We have used effect which is cover flow. It has a different effects, but in this swiper effect we will use cover flow effect. It have a grab cursor of true, that you can grab images left and right through mouse. We have a center slide which is false, and slide preview which is 4, and which means that 4 slides per window preview is available. You can increase and decrease the number as well. We have a cover flow effect of rotate 50 and stretch into 0. We have a depth of 100. We have a modifier of 1, and slide shadows which is true. Below this, if we need pagination to be worked properly, then we will select this pagination, and for the pagination we'll use EL, which stands for element, and the element is swiper pagination. We'll use clickable true, that when this pagination clicks either left or right, then it will move the images left or right. So we will set clickable true. For the navigation arrows, we have also select navigation, and for the next arrow we'll use next element. EL stands for element, and sets its value to swiper button next, and previous element, and set its value to swiper button previous. So this is our swiper.js jQuery code, and you can copy this code for your websites. And this is a cool animation and cool swiper.js effect that mostly modern websites has this effect. So we will check this into our output file, but let me check this code before there is a space issue. So we'll fix this issue, and again we will check into our output file that our swiper.js looks like. So this is our effect of swiper.js. You can slide left to right, or through navigation buttons, or through navigation dots. You can also select these dots to navigate through the images as well. Back to our index.html file. and again we will select code structure, and here you can say that our header ends here. And below this header our all section that includes body starts below the header. So section product starts here. In product section we will use main HTML tag which surrounds all the section elements. We'll use section with the class of product and ID of product. We will use div with the class of row. Below this div with the class of product flex. Below product flex we will use div with the class of product text and product photo. So these are the flex elements, both product text and product photo. And in product text we have a heading secondary, we have a p tag with the class of product text para, and this is our para that we will use in product section. So I like to write the codes and all the text in website but not copy paste, so that will speed up my writing. So below this para we will use div with the class of product text price, which is $179.99, which is a dummy price, and below this price we have a link with the class of BTN dark. So this link is basically a button element. Below this button we will use div with the class of product photo, that is flex element, and in product photo we will use image with the class of product photo image, and below we will use discount.png image with the alt attribute of discount. So here section product ends. So you can see in output file this is our text box and below this is image. So comes to our main.scss file. So here our header ends and section product starts. These comments, I have told you that these comments are very compulsory. So whenever you need to change your code, so you can, or any other developer wants to change something in the websites, and these comments are very helpful. So we will see all these classes: product flex, we'll use product class, and in products we have a product flex class, we have a product text class, and we have a product photo class, and in photo we have a product photo image class. For the text we have also a para class and a price class and a heading secondary that we use in our product section. We will set some padding to the product section, which is 5 rem top and bottom and 0 left and right. For the overflow we will set it to hidden so that none of our content moves to the left or right or top to bottom. For the flex class we will display into flex and align items to the center, and we also set its media queries for smaller screen size. We also display into flex, and for the flex direction of small screen sizes into column, and justify content center, align items center, so that when the smaller screen size, it changes into vertical direction. For the text, we have flex of 50% at half, and for the padding is 2 viewport height and 5 viewport width. Height means top and bottom, and viewport width means left and right. For the transform, we have translate x of 3 rem, which slightly moves from right horizontal direction into 3 rem. For the para, we use font size of 1.3 rem and margin of 2 rem top and bottom and 0 left and right. For the price, we'll use font size of 2 rem, and we will use color for the price is color dark, and margin bottom of 2 rem, which is 20 pixel. So this is the output file of our product section. We'll fix this heading primary font size, and for the heading primary font size, we have a font size of 4 rem. We have a font weight of 700 and line height of 1.2. We have also some margin bottom of heading secondary, which is 2 rem. So this is our product section, and when we change into different screen sizes for the media queries, and when we see this in small screen sizes, then this flex direction change into column axis. Here it is in horizontal, and for the smaller screen it changes into vertical direction. So here our section product ends. So here our section product ends, and below this our section features starts. We will use section element with the class of features and ID of features. Below this features class, we have a div with the class of row, and h2 with the class of heading secondary and heading secondary features. Below heading secondary, we have a features flex, and feature flex for we have a feature content class, which includes feature content box. Below of our feature content box, we have h3 with the class of heading tertiary, which is Bluetooth, and we have a para with the class of feature content para. Below para, we have a link with the class of features content link, which is learn more. We will copy this content box, paste it into further down. We will change heading from Bluetooth to headphone, and here also from Bluetooth to headphones.
we will again copy this and paste here and change from Bluetooth to microphone, and here again also Bluetooth to microphone. We will again copy this, and here we will set this class of features photo, and below features photo we will set image with the class of feature photo image, and for the source we have image with the product2.png and alt attribute of product2. And below features photo we have a class with the name of features content and features content box 2, and this is our second content box. And below our features content box 2 we have h3 with the class of heading tertiary, which is microphone, and p with the class of features content text, which is also microphone. We have a link with the class of feature content link, which is also a learn more. This is our second box. We will copy this box, paste into twice, and change its text. So this is our output file. You can see that both text and images appears in our website. We will copy and paste, and here section features, and in our main.scss file we will copy this section product, and here we will set section features starts here. We have a section features in features class. We have heading secondary class, features flex class, content box class, heading primary class, heading tertiary class. For the features we have features flex, features content, and feature content box, and also we have feature content box 1 and box 2 classes as well. We will set padding of 5 rem top and bottom and 0 left and right for the feature section. And for the flex class we will set display into flex, and we'll also use media queries like before we have used in our other sections. For the small screen we will use flex direction column and align item center. So this is our flex section, and for the content we will use flex 0, 0 and 33%. 0, first 0 means it can not grow, it cannot shrink, and 33%. For the padding we have a 5 viewport height and 2 viewport width. In the content box class, we will use text align to the end and margin bottom of 2 rem. And for the content box 2 class, we will use text align into center and margin bottom of 3 rem as well. We have another class with the name of features content text and features content link. For the text, we have font size of 1.5 rem, and for the link we have font size of 1.5 rem, and we have color of color dark. We have also another class of features content photo class, and below this we have image class. For the photo, we'll use flex 0, 0 and 33%, and for the media queries of the photo class, we'll use for media queries of medium and small screen sizes. For the small screen sizes, we'll transform into X direction of 8 rem. So this is our output file, and we don't need any image class here. We have also a heading tertiary. For the heading tertiary, we have font size of 2 rem and color into a color dark. We also font weight of 500. So we have our heading secondary features class remaining. So we will set this heading secondary feature class into text line center. So here heading secondary features text line center. It will center our heading secondary. We have small margin bottom of 2 rem of heading secondary features section, and we will inspect and see different resolutions in different screen sizes, and then you can see that for the small screen sizes it converts into vertical position, and for the large and medium screen sizes it changes into horizontal direction. So our feature sections completes here, and we will comment it down that second features ends here. We also set it into our index.html file, and below this section features we'll copy this comment and paste it here, and here our section design starts. We'll use section with the class name of design and ID of design. Below this we have a div with the class of row and h2 with the class of heading secondary. We will use br tag for changing the sentence into next line. BR means break. We'll use oil carousel in our design section, and for the oil carousel we will use a div with the class of oil carousel and oil theme. We'll use a div with the class of design content and below design content we will use div with the class of design content overlay, and below design content overlay we will use design content image box. And below design content image box we'll use image tag with the class of design content image box image, and here we have image slash product 1.png and alt attribute of product 1. We will use div with the class of design content text box for adding text, and below this we have a div with the class of design content flex, and below this we have div with the class of design content flex text. And for the text we will use div with the class of design content flex text color, which is black, and design content flex text price. Which is $249.99, and below price we have div with the class of design content flex icon. This is the icon shopping cart that comes from Font Awesome icon. We'll copy this and paste twice and thrice for oil carousel. And change our text in these boxes. And this is done. Our design section ends here, and we'll paste this comment that section design ends here. back to our main.scss file, and here we will write CSS code for our design section. We will check all the classes in our index.html for the design section. We will have a class of design, and in here we have a class of design content. We have a class of design overlay. We have a class of design content image box, image and text box. We will write all these classes and then we will fill them with our code. For the design section, we will give it head padding of 5 rem top and bottom and 0 left and right. For the content, we have margin top of 10 rem and padding 10 rem top and bottom and 0 left and right. We will set position relative to the overlay class. And for the image before, pseudo class, set its content empty, position absolute, width of 100%, height of 100%, top 0 and left 0. We have background color of RGBA, color gray light and 0.9. its opacity alpha value. And for the image class, we have transform into y direction, translate into -11 rem. For the text box, we have transform translate into y direction of -12 rem. And background color of light color. We have a padding of 2 viewport height and 2 viewport width, and width of 80% and margin 0 top and bottom and left and right auto to position it into center. For the flex, we will display flex, line item center and justify content space between. And for the text, we have a font size of 1.6 rem. And for the price, we have font size of 1.5 rem, font weight of 500. And color, we will use color dark for this. and font size of 2 rem and font weight of 600. For the icon, we use font size of 2.5 rem. For the oil navigation and oil navigation buttons, we'll use margin top -10 rem, font size of 5 rem, and color dark.